All right, let's do this thing. Baseball After Dark, 10 o'clock, Wednesday. There's a lot happening, obviously, right now. This Reds Pirates game is wild. That's what I was just watching on my MLB.TV on my laptop. Right before this, they're checking the mound or something. There was just a line drive double play. It was super sick. So, as I mentioned in my original comment, we're going to do it a little different. We're going to invite Justin Courtney in. He's a pitcher. He played in the Mexican League this year. We briefly crossed paths in winter ball this offseason. I was kind of leaving. He was coming in. Same house. We chatted for a little bit. He's got some perspective on pitching at altitude and a lot of other things. So we're going to use that. We're going to utilize that. We're going to hang out. We're going to try something a little different today. But in the meantime, we're going to get the update on what's going on right now because stuff's gotten spicy tonight. Stuff has gotten spicy tonight, as I'm sure all you guys know. And it's funny because the Reds-Pirates game, we didn't even watch the one from yesterday, even though it was obviously important. But this one tonight's even better. Currently, Pittsburgh just took the lead. I thought they were going to shut them out this inning. There was a line drive double play, so they still end up getting a run with a little 2-out rally here. And now the Reds will have the chance to reciprocate that. So we'll see how that going. Cubs up 8-2 on the Mets. So that's not a great scoreboard for my Met fans. Dodgers and Arizona tied at 1, and then the games that already happened that we know about. Red Sox beat Toronto, and the Yankees beat the White Sox. So guess what? Yankees and Toronto are now tied at the top of the AL East. I believe Toronto has the tiebreaker, but still pretty crazy. And a big win for Boston. They've had a big series over there. And then also Cleveland beating Detroit 5-1. Now they are fully in first place, and Detroit is fully reeling here, hardcore reeling. Okay. Let me check to see where Justin is, if he's come in the room yet. Nope. And we'll just get rolling here before he heads in. We got to head over to this Reds-Pirates game right now. I got to see what the heck just happened. This was started by Skenes and Hunter Green. I would love to watch some of that as well. Where is it? Reds. Where am I missing it? I did Pirates. Oh, okay, that's why. I thought I had clicked Reds first. All right, so this was the double play I was talking about. That where I thought they were going to get a 0 in this inning. McCutcheon lines it right to McLean, steps on second, so now there's 2 outs, nobody on. I guess so. He walks Tommy Pham. This is Nick Martinez when I say he. Walks Tommy Pham. Nick Gonzalez grounds out. So they didn't score. Maybe that scoreboard was wrong that I was just reading. How did they get the lead here? How are they up 4-3? Oh, the double. They led off the inning with the double. Okay, so they got the run here on Horowitz. I didn't realize that. I thought McCutcheon was the first batter up that inning. That's my bad. Horowitz down the line. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, Horowitz leadoff double. There we go. My bad. All right, so we're gonna see what happens now. We're into the bottom of the 11th, about to come up. So we'll see how that goes over there. My bad. We need to get out of here. Damn. All right, still no. I'm a little flustered. He's still not in the room. That's fine. No big deal. Let's see where we're at in this game. It's too bad I can't go live and look at it, but... So is Johan Ramirez staying in? He's going to get Stevenson. I think the Reds are still got magic. They had a nice comeback in this game. Skenes, no runs again. He's literally a joke at this point. Finishes under a 2 ERA for the season in 187 innings, I believe. Stupid year he just put together. Ramirez is in, count as 0-2. Okay, good, thank you. Johan Ramirez, one of the few guys in the big leagues that can make the ball go 20 right, 20 left, 20 up, 20 down. So, that's an analyst's dream right there in terms of total movement. Obviously. All right, let's see here. Skenes, 32 fastballs, 17 changeups, 13 sinkers, 10 sweepers, 9 sliders, 4 splitters. 38% whiff rate, very good. See the guy who's flashing money and tipping catchers? That's unbelievable. That's Moretta. That's Moretta. I saw that today. I saw that on social media today. This guy literally got the game ending, finished the game, came in with money in his hand, dapped up Joey Bart, gave him like $5. And then the next time he's walking off the mound, he's digging in his back pocket, takes it up and like shows money, like actual cash to the crowd. It's getting a little out of hand. This is like Chad Ochocinco levels. Yeah, I mean, he could be a lot better pitcher, obviously, in terms of Johan Ramirez. Are we talking about Skenes now? Here's my thing about, and I think we talked about this a little bit this morning, Spectre. So it's like, I remember with Garrett Cole, the year he won the Cy Young, he didn't have as many strikeouts, but it was actually beneficial to him overall. He pitched more innings, and he was able to kind of separate himself from some of the other guys. Still had a lot of strikeouts, but he didn't chase them as much. Like he had, what do you have, like 300 strikeouts the year in Houston and didn't get it? Anyway, yeah, Moretta should not have that clout. You aren't even closer on the Pirates. Oh, okay, so it looks like he's coming in. I was waiting for him to come in, and then we'll go watch Skenes, and we'll catch up as people give us updated. All right, hold on. I don't see him. Maybe I need to reload here. Oh, there we go. Yo. All right, hold on. Let me just paste you in here. All right, that should work. Yep, there we go. All right, everybody say hi to Justin. We are going to get into it. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Enjoying being back home from being in Mexico for almost 8 months. So it's good to be back.
Are you in? You're in Maine, you said?
Yep. Portland, Maine. So the best time right now to be in New England. End of September, beginning of October, the leaves, all that. It's awesome.
Have the leaves already started?
Not fully, but you can tell it's coming.
All right. Let's get into this Skenes game. So it was Skenes and Hunter Green, and Skenes goes scoreless. So let's just watch how he gets his outs here real quick.
Guy's a beast. I think he's got the Cy Young locked up.
Oh yeah, he might be unanimous this year. Once Wheeler got hurt, I feel like that was kind of it.
Yep.
All right, so this is the splinker. First out of the game is going to be a splinker here to Friedel. Little rollover. So we're having a little bit of a debate in the chat about, can Skenes, is there another level for him? And I said it's kind of unfair to say like that he needs to go to another level.
Right, he's already the top of the top of the league. I think it's just for him doing it for years. He's so young that he's got 10 years at least before he's even. Well, he's 22, maybe 23, so he's just getting started.
He is just getting started. It's scary to be this good this fast. He started both All-Star games, first 2 years.
Is that good?
I mean, I think that's kind of decent. But, I don't know. My whole thing about it is, could he get more strikeouts? Probably. Should he chase them all the time? I don't know if that would help him,
Especially as a starter. I mean, Pittsburgh needs him to eat some innings, so. But it's nice to reach back and have 100 up in the zone whenever you need it.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not like on the metrics it's sort of a dead zone fastball, right? Like 13-9, 14-7, but he throws like uphill with it, and it's obviously 100. And the location makes the difference too. It's like right down the middle at the top of the zone. I feel like that gives you a much better chance to get them to actually swing at it when it's a little bit above the zone, if it's nowhere near inside or outside.
Yeah, because I mean, it seems like you got to go up there with a plan. Obviously, you're in the big leagues, you're facing Paul Skenes, but I think some guys definitely try to pick sides when they're facing him, and then he just goes ahead and throw it right down the middle. Go, come and get it.
Yeah, let's see what just happened here because this is a 3-pitch strikeout and the third pitch is right down the middle. So goes changeup away. 0-0. Four seam off that. Up away. Unclear why he takes this pitch because this is kind of dick middle, but just he thought that was in, which is what's
just
weird.
Looking out over, yeah.
You see how he kind of like jackknifes a little bit on this pitch? Like he thinks it's way inside. So his perception of in and out it's not there.
If I'm Skenes later in the game, you gotta get in there again. If he takes a strikeout like that, I'm thinking next at bat, get in there. We'll see what he does.
But it's interesting. Like I've now seen Ellie a few times in the brief time I've been watching him hit. Like if you start him away, he just takes anything inside after you start him away. Like seems to get really keyed in on one side of the plate.
And he's swinging. He's not up there to walk, even though he might take his walks. He can run, of course. It's just like he's up there to hit. And you throw him a first pitch changeup down and away, swing and miss, 100 up top, swing and a miss. Like he's up there to swing. So Skenes knows that. That's why he
goes first pitch changeup there. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good choice. 0-0 changeup when you can locate it because when a guy that you know is swinging, because you're either going to get the miss or you're going to get the weak contact, usually first pitch.
Yeah, I feel like as a starting pitcher, anytime you can get a one pitch out, it's like a gift.
Yeah, I think that the longer you play, the more you really learn to appreciate the one pitch out.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on. What happened here? This ball kind of chews up Benson, and it just goes to show like the quality of the stuff. Like that's kind of middle. 0-0 pitch to a good fastball hitter. Just miss hits it.
Yep. There's got to be a little something with that angle with his fastball. Like I love seeing the metrics on the top right. It's just like once you kind of know what you're looking for, it's kind of amazing just to see like he'll go out there and cruise with 14 inches of ride, but it's from a lower slot, so you get a little VAA, and it's got to be a little deceptive. He's like an NFL tight end out on the mound. He's a big body, so
yeah. I think he's literally got like so many layers to what's happening out there. Like he's big, he's cross-firing, he's throwing hard. He's pretty unpredictable too. He's a true kitchen sink, which is even more impressive to me. Like second year in the big leagues, and you're like a 6-pitch legitimate, like any pitch, anytime type of pitcher.
And they're all for strikes. I mean, his baseball savant page, he's not walking anybody. He'll get his strikeouts when he needs it. I mean, that's why he's the Cy Young.
Like right here, for example, this is when you go into strikeout mode, right? You got first and second, 2 outs. It's the first time you've been threatened all game. So now you go from the one mode, which is make sure they earn everything. I'm going to just pound the zone. If I get to 2 strikes, I'll chase strike 3. But until then, I'm throwing pitches that I think are going to get weak contact. I'm going to be in the zone, whatever. And then now, all of a sudden, you switch to that other mindset, which is like, this guy cannot get a hit, and I'm going to get ahead of him, and then I'm going to expand. So let's see how he goes about it. And interesting, right off the rip, he throws him an 0-0 right-on-right changeup here. So that speaks again to just like, this is abnormal. This is abnormal.
And he probably would swing at it if it's, a little more competitive.
It's interesting then because he chases the sinker right after it in there. So it's almost like he's like, oh, you're trying to pitch me in. I don't know. Very ultra aggressive swing there. But
you kind of know if you're the hitter, you're thinking, okay, I'm facing Paul Skenes with 2 outs. He's not going to walk me. That first pitch wasn't a strike. This second one's going to be in the box. I'm going after it. And, you use their aggressiveness against him a little bit.
I also think
he had no business hitting that. If he actually puts it in play, it's an out.
I also think it's intriguing to me that like typical 1-0 Paul Skenes, they're going to set up middle, and they're just going to throw a strike. But in this spot, they're treating it different. You know, Henry Davis who's catching here, he flashes to the inside. Like they definitely want to throw a really good pitch here. They're okay missing here. So that's a little bit of a shift in mindset. And it's subtle, but he picks the right moments to do this type of stuff, you know? So here's the 1-1. He's going back in again. This time, of course, he dots it. So that sucks for Marte right there. You know, he thinks he's got a good take. I think it's a good take, actually. It just so happens that his ball's 97, so it gets there, you know?
Yeah, and he's not going to do a lot with that after seeing 3 balls in, and then that's paint. And then of course, go 14 inches the other way.
Yeah, and like it does head left pretty fast out of the hand, but when it starts, like it's off the plate in. You know, there's no doubt about it.
Man, that's just not fair.
Yeah, that's nasty.
And it's 85 or 6. I mean, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, 85-4 there. Okay, 4th inning. Sinker here. Rolls it over. 1 dead there. Steer. So Steer's going to get a hit here. Let's see. 3-1 sinker.
Second time through, 1-run lead. You're not upset about that.
No, he's upset. He's upset he got to 3-1 more so than the hit. Yeah.
Totally.
So here's Ellie again. This ball's kind of in on him. It's a sinker. They're not going to turn 2 because he's fast, but that was a weird swing, don't you think?
He must be just all over the ball away and then just gets eaten up by.
Yeah. I read that the same. And then he's going to get this rookie, Sal Stewart. This is another first pitch out. Slider. Just under it. It's got a lot of vertical break on this slider. It's 8.7 inches of vert, so
I want to ask you about that. If you could put all your sweeper knowledge into this, is there a world where the positive vert sweeper is good, or is it better to go closer to the 0 line? Does it matter with your slot? What's your take on that?
I would say like same-sided, like right on right or left on left, it can be an asset to have a lifty sweeper because of that exact type of contact. You're going to get that a lot. They see spin, they expect drop. They kind of droop the barrel just a bit, and they pop it up. You get a lot of weak pop-ups to second. This still works. Like, even with a 0, you know. But, of course, if it's like 8, it helps a little bit. I do think it makes your pitch less versatile versus opposite-handed hitters. You don't have any depth factor. So that's a little bit of a concern. But I think if it's hard and lifty, guys are going to have a hard time doing much with it. They're going to pop it up a lot.
Yeah, especially now that it seems like the sweeper isn't in vogue as much as it was, a year or 2 ago. Guys are seeing it more. I mean, there's almost a homer on it. Not the best location, but on the first pitch of the inning.
So this is something that I used to do a lot, and it's like, so this is a sweeper, right? But look, it's only -4. Like, he just tried to throw a get me over doo-doo breaking ball. And people would look at it and be like, damn, like, why did he do that? He had a bad rep there, but he probably, honestly, like, kind of meant to do it because you're just not expecting the guy to swing or do it on your first pitch sweeper anyway. And then if you do get a strike with it and it's really bad, you still have your good one in your back pocket. So, I mean, this is the pitch that should get whacked, and credit to Stevenson for whacking it. It also sucks that he missed a home run by an inch. But now Skenes will probably bear down and strand him. Which of course he does.
Coming out every pitch. But I think you're right too. The 5th inning, you're 7, 8, 9 coming up. You're trying to get ahead. You're not putting all your stuff into it.
So this is an interesting situation. All right, man on second, no outs. You're pitching, right? You got a lefty up. Typically, in the old days, we would be taught to try to push him to the opposite field so he can't advance the runner. But now, like, we don't really think like that anymore. We just think get the guy out. We don't know. First of all, hitters aren't really trying to get the guy over either. They're just trying to whack balls. So it's like, just get the guy out. And in this case, what does he do? He goes change up. Now, in the old days, that would maybe be frowned upon because they'd be like, oh, he's going to obviously pull your change up and move the runner over. And that's how this one plays out. But for my money, I'm with Skenes on this. Just get the out. Don't let it snowball. One run doesn't kill you here. Yes, it would tie the game, but you get him out, you get a shot to do what he does right here, which is strike out McLean and bear down. So
Yeah.
let's see how he does it. You know, he kicks right into 98 mode all of a sudden. You know.
Yeah, and especially I think he likes his chances probably against righties better than lefties if he needs a strikeout. You know, that's just usually how it goes. But
So
I don't know.
here's
McLean is
a
kind of a contact guy too, so it's a good situation for him.
yeah, sure.
Infield's in, of course. So
Yeah, infield's in, but sure enough, this shows up right again here. Look, 11.2 vert on this slider. This is like a weird pitch. This is a cutter, backup cutter, and look how it plays. It plays like a backup cutter to the up in spot, and of course he misses it because like that's not a normal pitch. That's a mistake, but it works.
yep.
And now he gets to 1-1. Good catch by the catcher. And obviously, as a pitcher, you'll take it. This sucks for the hitter. This is a good take.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of conversations next year. Like, okay, the fifth inning with the guy on third and one out. Is that the time? Is that the time to tap? You know,
yeah. Given today's current events and news, I think that would be the time if you're confident. But I don't know if he would have been confident on that. It was close. All right, here we go. 1-2. That's a good take. This one was lifty as well. 12.6 on this. This is a cutter.
So is that going to be? That's got to be tagged as a cutter then.
Yeah, I just think this is a different pitch that he's switching to a cutter now maybe, and like the system doesn't have it yet. This guy sticks and moves. It's crazy. And then he's gonna go right on right changeup. So this is just next level feel.
Oh man.
That's just
and you got to
perfect
be on
execution.
the 97 sinker that's in there too. So the 90 that falls out, sorry about your luck.
Yeah, and I love it also because if he hits it, he's probably hitting it in the ground. You have infield in, maybe it works anyway, but he executes it perfect. So fucking great pitch. And then I think he punches out the next guy too. Yeah, Friedel, we'll watch that too. But this is what like he does. He just kind of cruises along. He never beats himself. He's not walking guys. He's always ahead in the count, and then he gets in trouble a little bit, and he has enough pitches to weasel his way out of it. So high heater, changeup combo. Gonna go change up again. Got a lot of faith in this changeup.
It's got to be close to 0 vert, I'm sure too. He's got. I mean, yep.
Yeah, and they can't hold up on that. So it's just great pitching, man. Like I mean, he's like I noticed it last year. He's different than the other rookies. Like and now he's a sophomore, but he's different. Like he's not beating himself. Like there's no like shit show innings. Ever.
Never. And he's so, I mean, I just can't believe it. He was in college, 2 years ago. It's just, I was not even close to being polished like this in college.
No.
Unbelievable.
I played 20 years. I was never as good as this. And then this is how he finished his last game. It's another fastball. So that's the season for Skenes. He shoved the whole freaking year. He has a sub-2. And it's crazy. What ended up happening in this game? Did this game end? Pirates win. Ooh, huge for the Metros. Let's see how they do it. They must have walked somebody off. Or no, they didn't walk somebody off, but...
The Metros are going through it right now tonight.
Oof, the Metros are going through it. Bad. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Ramirez. Ramirez comes in and shuts the freaking door. He gets Stevenson swinging. This was huge, though. Huge for the Mets here.
Oof.
See. Johan, nasty, big movement. Then he walks Benson. This was tightrope walk. Walks Benson. McLean fly out. Sweeper. Ooh, negative 19.6.
Wow.
Almost foul. Not foul.
Ooh.
Then he walks Friedel on 8 pitches. Did this get to 3-2? Yeah. Let's see this 3-2. So they got bases loaded, 2 outs here, man. Oof. And then let's watch the whole at bat. Noel V. Marte. That's how the game ends. Yeah, the Mets are not winning today. They're down 10-2, it looks like, chat. I don't see it. All right, curveball. So 2-0. Here comes a challenge heater, 2-0.
Oof. I'm
Doesn't
swinging
swing.
if I'm.
I think I'm swinging. I'm surprised he didn't swing. This is the same dude who chased that sinker way in off the plate, Noel V. Marte. Maybe he's zoning him up, but
We faced him last winter too, in the DR, Marte.
who was he with, Noel V. Marte?
I think Gigantes.
Okay.
Johan Marrera's made an appearance down there too at some point.
And then he chops the
Gets out of it
fastball.
with that. At 3-1, another challenge heater. Man,
This is a good pitch to hit generally, right? I mean, it's a little bit down and away, but I don't know.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Noel V. Marte, that's the pitch and the spot you want to be in. Shoot.
Crazy. So Hunter Green also pitched in this game.
That. We really needed that.
That was huge. That was huge for the Mets. Huge. I mean, now we're 4 games left. That's where we're at. So.
And then, well, it's not going to change. The Mets are going to lose tonight, but the Reds bullpen tonight. I mean, they must have just not had it.
Hunter Green, 30% whiff. It's just he's mostly two pitches. You can do it when you have cheese like him, but 49 heaters, 40 sliders, 7 splits. Then Chase Burns is now a relief pitcher for the moment.
Whew. It's about the same as Hunter Green.
It is about the same in terms of speed of the fastball.
You're not getting a break. He might have more ride, even make it even more difficult.
Yeah, he's averaging 19. Yeah, averaging 19. And Hunter Green is averaging 19 as well. So very similar.
Almost the same then. Dang.
All right, so let's see what we want to look at now. So Reds do not win. Mets game, let's look at the box score. Tong ends up going 2 innings, 5 earned. Lovelady, Holmes, then Manaya, 1 inning, 2 earned. Helsley, Boyd, 5 1/3, 2 earned. Palencia, Savali. So interesting. Big nights out of Bush, Ballesteros, and Matt Shaw, 3 for 3. And then Mets haven't done much offensively, so they needed that. They needed that big time out of the Reds.
Yeah, that would have made it even crazier going into the weekend if the Reds would have picked up a game.
Yeah, all right. So everybody here in the chat probably wants us to quickly watch Jonah Tong and see what went wrong. So we'll do that. And then we'll go from there to somebody better. Jonah. Do you know him? Did you know him at all?
I got to meet him through spring training. We were never at the same level, but we got to connect over. He almost went to Maine, and being from Canada, and so we had some mutual friends, and he's the nicest kid. I mean,
yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
So, first batter here, double. The vert, interesting, only 16.5. I know it's 1 pitch, but he was averaging like over 20 in his first couple games. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here's a walk. So it's interesting, like his pitches. Yeah, his pitches are weird. The fastball, obviously, the arm angle, the extension, the whole deal. The 4-seam has got crazy ride. I think it would average the highest IVB in the big leagues if he was qualified. I don't know. It's interesting so far. Like, he has the makings of good stuff, but the approach is basically throw it down the middle and just mix it up. And like you can see right there, the stuff's nasty enough to make that play if he executes really well. But it's also asking a lot of him. He only had like 3 or 4 AAA starts. So this is a big game for him to be in this spot.
Totally. And I think once the hitters kind of get a look at it, you know, the fastball, you're very aware of the fastball. I think if you're doing some self-scouting, you're on the fastball every time until you're not. And
agreed.
I don't know if the off-speed pitches are as elite as his 4-seam. I'd imagine they're not. I mean, his fastball is top of the game. But if I'm him, it's gonna have to be a little bit more of a mix. I think when the word gets out that you're gonna throw your fastball, you know, big league hitters can hit a bullet if they could see it. So I think it's got to be more of a mix. Didn't see any of this game, but we're kind of going through it right now. Right on right,
Yeah,
change up.
and the Cubs have a good good lineup too. So
No
anyway,
doubt.
that wasn't a bad inning at all. I mean, there's a walk in there, but it was
So the
fine.
second inning must have got crazy then.
I think it was the start of the third.
I'll start of the third then. Yep.
So here's the changeup. So this is a relatively new pitch for him. It's taken him to a new level. His numbers in minors were crazy this year, and it's like a Vulcan grip, so it's got a big speed differential off the fastball, and like that can be good, but it's a different dynamic than if the pitch is a little harder. Like it's just you have to use it differently, right? So,
Yep.
I don't know. It's all just interesting to see how it translates to the big leagues because like his numbers were incredible in the minors, but we all know that at the highest level, like they get to hone in on you a little more and study you a little more, and so that's the difficulty of it. Like yes, you're unique, but it still comes down to executing and having good pitching fundamentals for the most part. So once he gets all that in line, I have no doubt. I mean, the ceiling is there. You've seen like he's just gonna get guys to fly out a lot. So he gets all 3 outs on changeup this inning. It's a good pitch.
I really like it. It's to me the speed difference. I think I like that a little bit more for him. Kind of gives you that middle speed because I don't know where he's at with his slider. If it's only a righty pitch or where that's at. But to me, I think that a little bit slower changeup for him gives him that middle speed where guys can't just be on the fastball timing all the time.
He's hardly ever throwing the slider right now. In his last start, he threw 2 of them. He threw both to Tatis in 2 different at bats. They both got put in play, so he didn't really throw them. I know he had been throwing them, like in trying to figure out a slider, but to this point, he really hasn't. And gives up a hit here. So this was the guy who was 3 for 3. So that starts the third, and then Ian Happ's gonna get him for a double. Let's watch this whole at bat. Wait a minute, why is it bases loaded? Did I skip ahead? Yeah, I skipped ahead. Walk single. So Matt Bush walk, Michael Bush walk, 3-2. Let's see the 3-2. He goes to the changeup. Just a little high with it. And then Horner. Let's watch this whole at bat too. So here's a slider. Gets squeezed a little bit there.
Alvy's quick with it too back there, which you like.
Alvy's a pretty damn good framer in my mind.
No doubt. I love throwing to him.
Yeah, he's a brick. And then Nico hits the fastball. It looks like this pitch was down. We didn't have a good view on it. We'll look at it from center field cam. Yeah, it's just low, Probably in an area you can handle his fastball more. And also, like, this is still elite, right? Like 18-3, 2.5. That's an elite shape. But it's just that he was like 20-21 the whole time in Citi Field. So, I don't know. Small thing, but it should be noted at least. And then here's the Ian Happ at bat, bases loaded. So he's going to try to start him with a curveball here. Down. And the curveball, like, initially, like, my read on it is I like it because it's so slow. And in a way, I like 2-speed down pitches. Like, Kershaw utilizes this. Greinke used to utilize this, a lot of guys. But you have to also do work in that middle speed range as well to activate the slow. So, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, because I think like a reliever version of that is like a David Bednar who goes.
Yeah, there you go.
Ride heater, and a big curveball, but he's got that split as kind of the equalizer.
Yeah, the split's is medium speed.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm seeing Tong like in this game. He's going back between those 3. Obviously, this changeup location here is not what you want, but.
Yeah, just pulled a little bit inside and doesn't get to the bottom rail, and
that's
he just hooks it down the line.
A few inches to the right. That's right at the first baseman, and Pete will get a hold of that. Which that's the difference of a couple inches is a couple runs.
Yeah, they put together a good rally here. It's a single walk, single double, and now Ballesteros is going to get a single. This is a big prospect for the Cubs. And, batted ball luck right there. They got Vientos over there holding on the runner for some reason.
Yeah, I don't love that.
I don't love where he is right here.
Yeah.
What are they thinking is going to happen here? Is he going to bunt here?
Like,
no offense, but this guy's kind of a chubby catcher.
I'm not thinking he's going to poke it down the line either. I'm not really worried about that.
And so they don't get it out there. That kind of sucks. And then it's gonna continue to suck because Seiya gets a hit and then he's out of the ball game. But yeah, I mean that just shows you it's a small margin, you know. 2 balls down the line. A walk here, a walk there.
You go down the line. It's like, oh, I wish they were standing closer to the line, and it goes in the 6 hole, and then they're in the 6 hole. It goes down the line. You're like, I wish they were closer to the line. You know.
And as much as this hurts, like this'll all help him in the future. But it sucks for the Mets right now because they need this game. So Soto just homers. We definitely don't have broadcast yet. I saw it in the chat, but we can watch Soto from the side. Obviously, this home run's sort of meaningless, but still quite the swing to watch.
Yeah, he is going to absolutely love the AutoZone next year. He doesn't swing now, so it's going to be like it's going to be a whole nother.
You would think he would be one of the best in the game at doing the challenge. You would think.
We're gonna really find out who's got an eye and who doesn't.
We are, and I think that's going to be more than half of the fun of it, honestly. All right, so 10-3 in this game. This game's over. We'll check back in on it if somebody has a request in the chat. But I think we should head over to the other games that mattered. Boston and Toronto, this was a good one. We'll head over there. It was Crochet versus Scherzer. And they got some runs off Max early here. So, Story single. And Mad Max, who I love to death, is having a little bit of a hard time lately. This is a slider that he doesn't get to the location. Leaves it in. Story dunks it into left. I gotta wonder with the thumb issue that he's been having over the last few years if this is why some of his slider execution's been off a little bit. Max tends to really, really hook the thumb a lot and utilize that thumb hook on that bottom seam. And he had like a little bit of a thumb injury for a little while where like I just feel like his grip's not quite right, so the ball might be coming out of the hand just a hair early. I don't know if that makes sense to you at all, but I think it's possible.
I mean, he's the biggest thumb tuck guy that I've ever seen. I mean, it seems almost every grip. So there's got to be something to it when he is just like every pitch has some like. I'm guessing it's got to be this thumb area, but he's still going to go out there and battle. You know that for a fact every time.
No, he's the man. I love him. I think he's one of the greats, all-time greats. I go to war with him any day. And listen, his thumb sometimes would get so bad that like he couldn't even play catch without a wrap throughout the week. Like it was so grinded down. That's how much pressure he's putting into the ball, which is very Max. Everything's hard, you know. But interesting though because you don't see him making this many mistakes on sliders. So very interesting.
That's his bread and butter.
But Yoshida is red hot for the Red Sox. That's a big development for them. And he gets a first pitch curveball here, smokes it into the corner. You know, as a pitcher here, you're trying to steal a strike. You're trying to get ahead with that curveball. You're a little vulnerable if the guy does swing. He swings. Good approach by the hitter.
Yep. Has Yoshida been DHing? Is he in this game? He might be.
Yeah, he's probably DHing. He has no other tools. He just is an incredible hitter for the most part. You know.
Boy, 3 in the first.
3 in the first, and this comes off of Max gave up like 7 in the first versus the Royals recently, and then Sadon on a changeup, and this is a big early rally, and they kind of put this game to bed, and the Blue Jays are starting to panic a little bit because the Yankees just tied with them at the top of the division. They recently had a 5-game lead. It seemed over in the division, so this is a big. This is not going well up in Toronto right now. All right, so then Loud. So that was all the runs there. And then he actually battled his butt off, got into the 4th, and then he gets Yoshida again. Fastball up for the strike. Try to double up there. Honestly, it's a good pitch.
Man. So he covers it down in the first and then up.
This is a great swing. I mean, what do you got on this? This is maybe a bad read or something, but overall, I mean, this is where you're trying to throw it.
Yeah, especially after he gets way out in front of the curveball. I mean, usually the up and in fastball is the antidote for that. If a guy's going to be getting you down early with a curveball, something as slow as you got. I mean, that's supposed to be a safe option unless maybe the second time going up there, second pitch, he saw the first one. He's like, all right, he's coming up. Let's look up there. I mean,
It's
kind of just
outstanding anticipation if that's the case, you know?
Barrios in this game, so he must be in the bullpen.
Yeah, they just moved him to the bullpen. Kind of been a big talking point in Blue Jay world recently. Anyway, he comes in this first relief outing and he gets clipped by Narvaez here on a sinker down and in. This is actually a pretty impressive swing here. So the down in, so right on right sinker, down in zone, ability to stay inside it, homer to right center. The number one guy that pops into my head when I think of this is Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp used to do this, and he used to hold the front arm up in the air when he just knew he clipped it. Judge does this as well.
I thought JD Martinez was going to be your pick on that.
JD Martinez, also a great example of that, but I always feel like that's a very impressive home run to hit.
Yeah, shoot.
All right, so in this game, they go Crochet to Tolley. So let's watch Crochet punch some tickets. Because he became the MLB strikeout leader recently, reclaimed that. Now he's over 250 on the year. So here's a sweeper that's a lot different. This one's got negative IVB on it. So this is, to me, is kind of like a slurve type sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it works really well on an opposite-handed hitter. You have that depth factor here.
And that's 16 up there?
Yeah, 16.2.
Yeah. Whew. I mean, that's the whole plate. And he's going to all of a sudden, like he goes in with that sinker kind of front hips, guys, but every now and then it'll run up and away. And kind of like what you were talking with Chapman, like set up in and then let the miss pattern play for a called strike away. I think Crochet is a little bit of that same mold where the two-seamer runs so much that, okay, if it runs off and it's on the corner away to a righty, that's fine. And then he'll snap off a 17-inch sweeper back foot that starts away that you got to be on, and then it's under your barrel.
I think the concept of the miss pattern and catcher targeting being more prioritized and thought about conceptually differently over the past few years has been one of the biggest, one of the smartest innovations I've seen that good teams have done over the past few years.
100%. And I think, well, you can speak on this a little bit with spring training with the Red Sox this year. I talked a little bit to Robert Stock, and he was saying that the messaging was middle before two strikes. You know, you got good enough stuff, like get your stuff in the zone and let it work. And if you're, you know, there's a whole argument to this with missed distances and the rest of it. But Crochet, I think, you know, when you're left-handed throwing 97 to 100, you know, you can get away with pitches even middle. They're not going to end up there. I mean, you can get those borderline at the top because you're aiming down the middle. It goes a little bit up, and then it opens up, you know, splitter, sweeper. He's got a cutter too in there sometimes. So
yeah, he's got a good cutter. Yeah,
it's not fair if you're if you're always got to be 0-1 as a hitter. It's not a fun night.
See the way that our Narvaez frames this high pitch? I've become obsessed with guys who are good at framing both high and low pitches. Very rare to find somebody, but this is a good job here. It's hard to frame a high pitch. You really got to anticipate, and you're like resisting the natural way that it's like riding on you. Gotta counteract that. So I don't know.
And you can't be too big with the move. It's got to be quick.
Yes.
It's fun to watch the good catchers. I mean, for my money, Francisco Alvarez is right up there with the best of the best.
He's very snatchy behind the plate, and it works to his favor because he's got big, strong paws, and he can just snatch the crap out of everything. And I do like it, but I think that he doesn't grade out as well as the tippy top because those guys are a little bit sneakier about it.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be aggressive with it. I just love the big body target, and he's always working for you. And like that right there, I mean, that's as clean as it gets.
Let's go back and watch this at bat. So one thing I was going to mention, you were right in talking to Stock. Red Sox, you know, Kyle Body's over there. They're doing driveline stuff, and they have good ideas in terms of, you know, general game theory ideas, right? Like one of them though is the miss pattern stuff. And understanding where guys' misses are, giving them a better chance to just be in the zone early, because the count really is the game. When you go look at the numbers, the count's the game. And so they've kind of figured that out, and they're taking efforts, to make their guys better at it and make their catchers better at it. So this is just another example. Crochet is another guy. I do think they tend to cheat in a lot with him when he has a pitch that's running arm side and vice versa. So he goes four seam here. Is that what he starts this at bat with?
Yeah, the first one too, he blew his doors on the up and away fastball, and then that second one right there.
This is a good pass at it, but he's still not there. That speaks to the quality of this fastball. I mean, Vlad, if he's dead red on a fastball, he's usually gonna be on time.
Yeah, and the experience that I've had with my 93 to 95 fastballs, the second one usually that gets hit, if it's in the same spot, usually you're got to move it around. But when you got 99.
Agreed. And then this one, he throws it a touch higher, another good swing, still under it. This is also just kind of awesome because they're up 4-0, and he's like, you know what? We're doing this.
Of course. And it's his pitch count for where it's at in the game is incredible.
So Vlad did good enough, though, to buy himself an off-speed pitch. So here it comes. Hits it off his own leg.
Yeah, start early, and that's what happens.
And then, yeah, dude, he's all set up for the comeback sinker now, and then he dots it at 99. So this is what the best of the best can do. Oh, my God.
That's insane. That is unbelievable.
Dude, this pitch is so fucking good.
Go sit in the truck.
Yeah, just sorry, man. I know that this one hurts, but there's nothing you could do. It was actually a good take. It just nicked the zone and just sorry.
Man.
So he gets Vlad there.
Back there.
Also, he's been an absolute innings warrior this year, which I did not see coming, but I'm super stoked to see it. Goes through 8 shutty in this game.
Dang.
That's the last one right there.
It was last year with the extension talk of when he was out on the White Sox at the trade deadline. There was that whole thing of you need to extend me if you want me to go deeper and the whole thing. And then this year he's just on another level. He's right there, I think, with Scooble, I think, for the Cy Young, if my numbers aren't too off.
He's right there. It's so close. I have to relook at it again now because Scooble gave up a few runs, even though that inning was absurd yesterday.
Oh, that was nuts.
But I'm curious really quick just to check in on this Peyton Tolley. He's going to be utilized in a bullpen role now. Electric heater.
Wow.
What stands out with this dude is the extension, 7.6 extension, and the ride. So he combines extension, ride, angle, velo.
And I think with the extension being that far out, you get the benefit of a lower release too. So you get up in the zone, the vertical approach angle goes crazy with him. I don't know if there's an easy way to see release height on Baseball Savant. I haven't.
No, there isn't. It's annoying.
That's what's frustrating because I want to see.
I know.
It's 5'7", I know, is the average release height.
He's lower though. I read that he's like.
He's got to be lower.
He's like 5'5".
Yeah, with 18 inches of ride, and it's 99 too. I mean, it's one of the best fastballs in the game.
100%.
And he can go out there for 2 innings and just let it rip.
Oh my God, Willie Abreu throws him out at first to end the game on a single.
That's unbelievable.
Bro, we got to go straight to the high home because the camera didn't even catch it. They weren't expecting this.
Good on the first baseman.
Dude, he was out by a lot.
No way.
He was out by a lot. 104.1. I wonder how hard Willier threw that. This is Little League status. I bet you on StatCast somewhere there's I can find out how hard
he's not Cadillacing it out of the box either. When you watch him go after he hits it, he's going.
Dude, that was crazy. Let me look at the let me look at this tool for a second because I could see this popping up. There's some weird there's sometimes like arm strength stuff on here.
This research tool is pretty sweet too.
Yeah, it's sick. Today's top play is arm strength assist. Could this be it? Let me wait for that to load. What do we got in the chat? Let's see what we got in the chat. Let's go talk to the people real quick. I'll switch you over to this screen for a minute.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can you see the chat over there where you are?
I can't see the chat. So I have the stream up on a different tab though. I can pop on.
All right, there's so much in here. Is it bad for catchers to frame snatch too far? If an umpire sees them move their glove too much, doesn't that signal to them it wasn't a good pitch? So it's interesting. Back in the day, this was a thing that people thought, but it's kind of been proven out that the big moves do steal a lot of strikes. Tyler Flowers is probably the first guy I saw on the one knee with a huge move on his snatch. Like, you're not just framing it to the corner, you're framing it to the middle. You know, guys do this and it works, but I think there's a subtle there still is a subtle sneaky nature to it that the very best guys have. It also really helps if your guy has good command. If you're like if you're catching Zach Greinke, you're probably going to be good at framing. You know, if you're catching let me think of a guy who's like effectively wild. I don't know.
Usually the starting pitchers get weeded out if they're
Yeah, good
effectively
point.
wild.
Good point.
I'm
Because you don't
thinking
become effectively wild in a large sample.
yeah, in the chat, the little Luis Hill, Yankees, he's slinging it. That's a good one. Oldest Chapman too, before he was before he was throwing like he is now.
Dude, I know. So that's a good one. Luis Hill. The only thing that Vientos does coordinated is the baseball swing. Edwin Diaz is a good one. Hard to frame Edwin. Great one, Chris. Great one. That's a good one. Or a guy with a lot of movement too, like Yu Darvish, I feel like would be tough. He's got a lot of pitches to kind of anticipate.
Yeah, especially the new style framing too. With how much is this thing you're going to sink, and then he throws the cutters. Does it turn into the big slider by accident? You know, he's impressive too. You've seen the left-handed bullpens, haven't you? After his starts.
Yes, that's crazy. Full left-handed bullpen is wild.
That's incredible to me.
Yeah, I agree. That is kind of wild. Got to do something here because I sometimes.
Totally releases four seam at 5.6. Wow.
5.6.
That's big one, Stefan. Thank you.
Let's see if this worked. Sometimes, like, I go to click on a link and my iPad will have like some issue with it where it won't let me click it, and I have to like clear things out, and then it works again. I don't know.
Oh, we got a Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh homer.
59.
All right. Well, let's just go watch. Let's just go watch that then. Who are they playing? Mariners are playing the Rockies, I believe.
Yeah, your rock show.
Yep, the rock show. Oh, is it off Senza? Hope not. Cal Raleigh home run. No, off Gordon. Okay, let's watch the whole at bat. Oh shit, we gotta go to the main screen. Oh. All right, ball one away.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you. And then triple up on the fastball. They try to go in here. Misses middle.
Oh, yeah. That's how that goes. Man, 110?
If I'm the catcher, I think he walked him. I think the catcher walked him right into a homer here. Yep. He saw the way that his pitches were running away from the intended target on the first two. And then he goes and sets up in, but not in nearly enough. He's in on he's kind of in the zone here. Yeah, so this ball was going to be in the middle. Do you agree with that? I really feel like he should have. If he really wanted it.
Didn't even consider. But when you say it, I mean, you're getting three straight fastballs to the guy who's absolutely hammering fastballs all year. That one's.
All right, so here's the first pitch, right? Where does he miss? Extremely arm side. Second pitch, he's out there again. He misses again. He gets the call, but the ball zips to the right pretty late. Actually, very late. But you see, it's not a strike. His objective here is to throw a strike.
Yes.
Throws a ball. So this ball ran away. He's missing his spot to arm side. Then he goes over here, and yeah, he wants to go in. I get it. You don't want to throw three in the same location. But for me, if you're going to try to hit this spot, your target's got to be here.
Totally. And if it's running like that, you might aim it there, and then it probably clips the edge instead of. I mean, and going 2-1 is way better than giving up a homer. I think in the first inning against the best hitter in the league right now, or the guy with the most power, that's insane with the crowd in the background. That's so cool.
Yeah, how sick is that?
I mean,
at the end of the day, you got clipped for a solo shot as a starter. That's okay. I just, I have questions about the targeting, and I have questions about why throw three fastballs in a row to a guy with 58 homers. That's all.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Not how you draw it up.
I'm curious now because he faces him a second time. So now he goes changeup,
And he's going
swing and
after it.
miss.
Yeah.
Ooh, double up. Actually, a good pitch. So.
Wow. Yeah, he's just a good hitter. That's unreal.
Sometimes they're just better than you, you know?
And for my money, I'm thinking Cal Raleigh's going to have the MVP.
You think so?
I am worried that it's not going to shake out that way, but especially if he can, over the next 4 games, clip one more homer, be on 60 for the season. It's hard to.
I know. I've had a lot of people in the chat saying it's got to be 60. But I'm just like, it's such an arbitrary number. This was the top throw of the night, was actually Tyrone's throw to the plate here. He actually did get called out on this play that we watched earlier. They overturned the call and he was out. But yeah, no, I agree with you. In a way, like when you strip out the OPS out of it and you just think, man, just look at the normal numbers and then the fact that this guy's catching every day. It does give
157, 8 games. Like he's almost in there for all of them.
Yeah, you can see the wheels turning there of the argument for sure. But, then you look at the numbers and Judge is like 150 points higher in OPS and it's just hard. It's just, I don't know, it's just hard.
Yeah. Is the WAR conversation a little closer between the two?
No. Judge is way ahead.
Judge probably smokes him on that.
Dude, this ball smoked. Talking about smoke, this ball was 116 off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. This was the furthest home run of the night.
My goodness.
And honestly, I wouldn't have watched any of this game because this game didn't matter, but that's an unbelievable home run.
That is insane.
Depends on which WAR I'm using, Josh Foreman is saying in the chat. So I'm pretty sure Judge is way ahead. Am I wrong? Please tell me I'm wrong. I'm fine being wrong if I'm wrong. Is it Judge fatigue? Judge is leading in almost every other category. I mean, look, I think Judge is still going to win. I think the voting. I just think I can see the argument for Cal Raleigh, and a lot of people are voicing it, and I get it. I totally get it. I'm not. I say let it play out to the very, very end.
Yeah,
that's what I say. So Dodgers are up 3-1. Snell's battling. Houston is losing. They need to win. Or any of these other games went final that mattered. Mets game went final. Boston game we know about. Yankees kicked butt. We can watch Judge's 2 homers. Speaking of the other MVP candidate, we might as well.
And I walked right into that with my Cal Raleigh take, but I'm really with the chat here. I mean, Nicholas just said, what a catcher does is under captured by the stats.
It is.
That's how I see it too. It's
agreed.
I think another person in the chat said that Fangraphs takes into account the framing aspect of catching, which makes Cal Raleigh come up closer to Judge.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Maya's saying here 0.4 apart in F WAR, Fangraphs WAR, but in B WAR, Judge has 8.9 and Cal's at 6.9. So it's a full 2 WAR difference in B WAR, which is Baseball Reference WAR. That's from Stefan Misic. And thank you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome. I don't know. It's just like
this is an awesome chat tonight. We're sneaking up on 11. We got 58 live with us right now. This is awesome.
Ooh, this is good. Yeah, the chat's fantastic. This is fun. Thank you for doing this. Okay, David Tay in the chat. Trevor May was saying how stupid MVP voting is because you're allowed to vote after the World Series. You should have to vote at the end of the season. Do you agree? I do agree. You should not be able to be swayed by the postseason. That's not the point. There's different awards for that. I agree with that.
I 100% agree with that. What if there's a world that the Mariners don't get in this year, and Cal Raleigh just has to sit there and you go one guy's in, one guy's not in. It's not fair to the guy who's watching at home. He's got more home runs, but he's not in the playoffs. Yeah, I'm all in on that. You got to vote when the season ends.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't make sense. All right, so let's watch Judge. He goes talking about that sinker, taking it to right center. I think he does it right here. This one's actually even a little bit up too. Still able to hit it 107, and I guarantee this ball beat him a touch.
Yep.
When I played with him, and I watched him take BP that very first year in spring training. My takeaway was he doesn't have to hit well, if that makes sense. He just needs to generally hit the ball in the air towards the fence. Like, his best bolt is 100 feet over the fence. His medium bolt's over the fence.
And Yankee Stadium opposite field is super friendly to him.
Yes. So here's the second one. Cutter, swing and miss. Fastball up and away.
Like
right
that.
center.
Just like that. We got a distance on that? Yeah, there it is.
That's 395. I mean, that's going anywhere, but
I still think he can hit it further than that.
Oh, easily. It's just dumb. Like,
if I'm Cam Boozer, though, I'm taking another shot with that slider before I go up and away with the fastball.
Yeah, it's like, pretty interesting. He was way out in front of that slider cutter thing.
Yeah, I'm taking another shot with that before I test him after. If he's out in front of, I think that's 86. Yeah, my screen's a little blurry, but I'm with you with. He's got to go with that again before you try to blow his doors.
It's just interesting.
You're going right into his timing, I think, when you do it that way. Hindsight's 2020, but I'm ripping another slider if I'm out there.
I just think with him, I'm 0-1. I'm trying to throw a borderline pitch, the next pitch. I'm not necessarily challenging him with a fastball. So anyway, he's unbelievable. Obviously, he's gotten the best of me a few times, but he is ridiculous. Absolute monster.
You got him in the book though?
Oh yeah.
That's what we got.
I should have had him twice. But the second
make
time,
sure that gets in the stream.
Second time, I got screwed by the umpire.
Well, you would have been the one tapping your hat on that one.
Yeah, I would have. Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was weird. It was like it was a play where there was a foul tip into the glove. Christian Vasquez was catching, and he went to transfer it really quickly, and then he dropped it, and the umpire thought that he just dropped the foul tip, but it was full transfer. Actually, I can show you it. I mean, we're here.
Yeah. I need to see this.
We're here.
And you can go back with this. This is where it's at.
You can go fairly far back. Yeah. So 2021. I think I've actually shown this. Yeah, this was such a heartbreaking outing for me. But yeah, so this is I come in to face Judge. And I actually strike him. I actually get him out twice in this at bat. Sinker in, so 1-1. Trauma dumping again on the stream. Yes, I am. Well, he's asking for it. So there's the sweeper. We get ahead.
Let him know, chat. Don't let him get away. It's his show, but
So here's the first time. Bobby Dolbeck overruns it. Or underruns it. That ball did not land in the stands. Just so you know.
97 too. You're bad.
And then I think this might be the pitch where it happens. No, foul ball. Oh, this is another foul ball. Was this before or after Between the Legs? Same season, but after, guys. This was probably why the baseball gods hated me. This is 98.5. Oh, there it is. Did you see it?
Come on, that's right by him. Doors. Give it to him.
Did you see it? He transfers. And then drops it. And then Joe West says that he doesn't.
Oh my gosh. That's the first time I've seen it. That's unbelievable.
Here, watch Vasky back here. So naturally, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Guess what happens on the next pitch, though?
Oh no! Isn't this just how baseball works, though?
Just 118.4 in the gap.
Oh my god!
And he's super fired up.
Like, dude, you just got out twice in that at bat.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna watch the next at bats too. That's brutal. I can't watch that. That would hurt. That would hurt my soul.
That's tough.
All right, what else we got here in the chat? That's so ridiculous. Okay.
84 on the sweeper with 99. Come on now.
Speaking of trauma, was there
Did see
something
that.
between me and Jorge Polanco always mentioning his eyes? No, nothing, but I have no hate, all love. Just he doesn't blink. Check it out next time you watch. That's all. Just saying. Why is Kershaw in the bullpen the last few days? I'm hearing they might use him in the playoffs. They really might not use him in the playoffs. I think that could happen. That's going to be interesting to see. In an age of advanced stats, we need a better way of communicating the value a catcher adds. I agree. We need to figure that out. Catcher is the most important position on a team, in my mind. They affect the game. The most opportunity to affect the game.
Yep.
So.
What else with the Kershaw thing, I mean, the starting pitching that they have, starting pitching is not their issue in LA. I don't know how Snell did tonight. We can maybe
we're gonna go. We need to go there.
Man, I don't see Kershaw as like a 1 or 2 inning. I don't even really see him as the long guy. I think I like Sheehan better for that than.
Agreed. Although with the way their bullpen's been throwing, why not have Kershaw out there and just like, I don't know, he could get some people out. His numbers aren't bad. I know he's throwing 88, but I don't know. It hurts my soul.
Yeah, I want to give it to. I mean, check out the back of his baseball card. You want to have that guy out there.
I know you can't justify him starting over the other guys, though. You can't.
No, I mean, and I don't think he would even if you had asked him himself. Like,
yeah, I agree.
He knows.
So Snell 4 1/3 so far, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 79 pitches. So maybe he gets through 6. They've scored 3 off Nelson. There's a home run by Pages. So let's go look at that.
Oh, EJ's got a good one in the chat.
Yeah, what do you got? Read it out.
He's got on the topic of catchers and how valuable they are. What do you think about the Marlins taking pitch calling out of the catcher's hands and having the pitches being called from the dugout?
Yeah, we discussed this a little bit actually on today's stream, I believe, or maybe on yesterday, one of the last 2 days. I hate it.
I could not be more against it.
Yeah.
I want to be calling my own game.
I wouldn't agree to it. I just wouldn't agree to it.
No.
Like, the game's in my hands. I'm not going to trust you.
It's my career out there. I'm out there with my stuff. Give the catcher a wristband if you really, really want to make sure he's got certain info. But it's my call.
It's just not what I believe in. Like, I don't think you can read the game from the side. And yes, you want to try to optimize pitch selection, but that's more of like a conversation. And then certain times in your mind, you remind yourself like, hey, I need to get back to throwing my slider, or or in this situation, I need to lean more cutter here, or whatever it is. But to have it like mandated from the dugout to me is just crazy and doesn't really teach you anything. And it just, I don't know, it just like blows my mind. You can't read anything from the dugout. You have to see the lane. Like, I don't get it.
Yep. And it's not the argument that maybe the Marlins I really don't think there's a way to see live views from the dugout, like a broadcast look. I really don't think there's a way to see it live.
No, you can't. That's gone.
Yeah, so you can't give me a read live on what the last pitch and location and the hitters read better than I can, because they can't see it live. So I think that takes away that argument of it, because I really get a lot of benefit from watching the broadcast view. Like when you're doing your shows and this guy flinched this way, moves his arms like this. Like when you're out there ripping it as hard as you can, you sometimes don't see all the little differences. But if you're sitting on the dugout, you're not seeing that either.
You don't even know where the locations were, and that's the thing that's tough. You can tell up down kinda, but you can tell it much better from the mound view. That's all.
Yep. So I'm as far out on that as you could possibly be.
We have one more thing here in the chat before we head into maybe some more Dodger stuff. I just watched, obviously, Pages hit a homer and Shohei hit a triple. That game's far from over. There's some talk about Pages. From what I've heard, this guy works extremely hard and is a really good kid, and that's why the Dodgers love him so much. And he had a hell of a first half. He actually deserved to be an all-star. I don't think he got in there. But so,
cannon too,
he's finding his way. So the argument for it, and they do it in the minors, and I think the Marlins pitchers have maybe like posted the best like K to walk percentage or something. They're just like basically teaching guys in the minors who they are metrically, and they're reinforcing it by calling the game. But that's not the way the big league game works. And to me, that's like that's a big difference there. Is like the big league game is more a game of adjustments, a game of preparation. Everybody's prepared. So if you think you need to be like, you need to read the game in real time. And it was a big pet peeve of mine if I had a catcher who couldn't do that and would just like blindly call the wristband or just like blindly call your best pitch every time. It's like, you don't get it. You don't get it.
The argument that I have with that is if you're in the minor leagues, that's the time to learn what your stuff does. And I know we talked a lot about this last winter was you got to find out what type of pitcher you are, and does your sinker in set up, if you throw your sinker in on the first pitch and he rips it foul, okay, is the next pitch another sinker in, he rips it foul again, or do you go straight to the slider? Like, I don't think you're learning all that you could as a pitcher.
Yeah.
If it's all coming from the dugout and you're not out there thinking for yourself on, oh, that's weird. Like, I threw a slider and he's way out in front of it, swing and miss. And I throw a fastball up and away and I get clipped. Like, but the guy's got a hole up and away. Well, he was really on your fastball the whole time and you fed right into it. So
it's also just like it's not fun. Like you're taking fun out of the game. Like the fun is the players going head to head and having their own abilities to outwit each other. It's not, the fun isn't having some fucking MIT guy, in the back telling you how to optimize your game, mathematically. Like yes, that stuff helps for game strategy, but once you're out there, like just play the game, and like if you can retain information, retain it, but let the players play the game. Like I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yep.
And free them up to play the game too, and be creative and not be robots. I think you might get more out of them. That's all.
I'm on your side 100% with that. And right now we're in the age of TrackMan and computers running baseball, but that's neither here nor there. It's the game we play.
Dude, this is the harder version of the curveball, which doesn't pop either, but the slider, it's just like a harder version straight in the dirt. Blake Snell's unbelievable at getting these chases underneath the zone. This is something I struggled with because of my arm angle. It's just hard to create that perfect depth below the zone. But
can you flip back to it?
Yeah. You want it in slow mo or you want it regular? What do you want?
I'm just we're on the we got to get back on the main screen. I'm seeing just the two of us.
My bad. I do this once in a while. Here's the whole at bat. This is how he closes out.
The chat was in there too, letting
us know. I do this once in a while.
I was like, huh.
It's 11:15. So he gets ahead of Perdomo. This is how he closes out the fifth inning. Four seam in again. Speeds him up. Now he's going to go slider off that same tunnel. Gets the chase below, doubles up on that. So it's just good pitching.
Yeah, I mean those last two pitches, that's pitching in a nutshell. He goes after the one that's really low. Go a little lower on the one after.
Yeah, and then like you just give him a chance to swing at a bad pitch. And that's actually a brain unlock that it's a way of looking at things that I hadn't thought about until somebody said it to me. And it was Dave Duncan, who was the old pitching coach with the Cardinals. And in a meeting one time, he's like, when you're 0-2 or 1-2, you have a couple opportunities with those counts to give the batter a chance to swing at a bad pitch. It's not like you try, this is your chance to get nasty. It's just like, hey, give him an opportunity to swing at a bad pitch. You don't have to throw it over the plate here necessarily. So
that's a good way to frame that. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's good. I like that.
I've only ever been in the thought of it's 0-2, okay, throw a nasty one. And then you open yourself up to the overthrown one that pops out and hangs. You're like, well, that was not what we wanted.
This is a funny comment. How many streams before we can call it and end on the rookie year? You know what, guys? I'm doing my best. We're like 80 days in here, man. And it's late. I wake up at 6 every morning with these kids. So I'm not sleeping for you people. And I love it. So let's not complain. Oh God, rookie streamer, you guys are all over me. I love it. I'm sorry, you guys. There's so many. I fucked it up. Anyways, let's see here. I don't think they'll have a revolving door in the mound next year. They'll have Yuri Cabrera, Sandy Weathers, Snelling. This is the Marlins. See, the Marlins have always developed good pitching.
Yeah.
But this is just a new regime. This is how they're going about it. They're trying to find any edge they can because they're definitely not going to spend any money to create any edge. So this is a little bit of a, they're trying something. Here's a good one from my friend Mitch. Calling pitches in college can be argued since the coaches are the highest paid and their jobs depend on it. Pros are the inverse, and the players in the field are the most to gain lose. I love this perspective. It is true. The college coaches are it's their program. They're running the show, and it's their head. It's all on them. It's all on their shoulders to get wins, and that can be a dog eat dog world for players in that world. But now you can just transfer left and right, which is crazy. And then in pro ball, it's the inverse. Like that's why you see players act so crazy on the field, because this is like everything they've ever wanted. So a lot of emotions come out in a crazy fashion. They have a lot going on.
That's a good take, though. That's something I never really thought about. But I still, in the college setting, that's in a perfect world. That's where you want to learn. You want to figure out, why did you call the slider after But the college coach is there to win, and in today's climate of college baseball, even there's more motivation to win because you can just go get transfer portal guys. You don't have to develop them. So it's a whole other can of worms.
Dude, transfer portal is so crazy. I would have been all over that.
Me too.
But
I had a really great freshman year at Maine. I would have bounced.
Yeah, I would have been gone. I mean, as much as I ended up, loving my experience at Northeastern, I just know myself. I would have been like, "Ooh, College World Series chance! Like, let's do it." I'm going to the South. I'd be in the South so fast. Oh my God.
You and me both.
All right, so Hunter Brown pitched tonight for the Astros. He's their best pitcher, him and Framber, I guess, but he's going against the A's. A's have a sneaky good offense. 27 sinkers. I love the way he goes sinker and four seam. Do you use both fastballs?
That's something that's going to come up for me this winter. I'm going to go back and test that out in the DR and see what I can do with two different kinds of fastballs. Because this past season, I was just throwing all four seams.
All fours. You guys play at an insane amount of altitude in Mexico City and throughout that league as well.
Yes, that's what people I don't think understand about the Mexican League fully is the altitude is everywhere. And we were starting to categorize like 3,000 to a mile high, 5,280. We were categorizing that as altitude. And then anything over a mile high, we were categorizing it as extreme altitude. So the extreme altitude, there's still 6 teams that are up above a mile high. And it's every 1,000 feet that you go up after the mile high, you lose another 10 or 12% of your movement.
Yeah.
Which Mexico City sits at 7,500. So if I was going to throw, it's so hard to pitch. And the ballpark, like if you were to compare Coors Field to the Mexico City ballpark, the dimensions are relatively normal in Mexico City. You got 410 to center field, but 330 down the lines. I got clipped on 85 down the line.
85 exit velo?
Yeah, and it went 338 feet for a homer.
That is brutal.
So you're always at risk when that ball goes up in the air. It's just like
it changes the way you pitch because then it's even more imperative to be over in the zone early and then be making them swing at bad pitches. You just you got to stay away from contact at a different level, which is different.
Yeah, so I pitch completely differently, altitude compared to sea level. And at sea level this year, my numbers, I was great. I mean, I was pretty good at altitude too, but there's a few games where you get clipped and you give up 4 or 5 over 5, and you're like, well, my ERA was in the 3s, and now we're grinding again. But it's at the same time, I've learned a lot doing it. It's all about execution. When you're that high, it's can I get this fastball with 11 vert up to the top rail, and he probably fouls it off, or maybe I blow it by him if I sequenced it right. But it's execution for sure when you're up that high.
100%. I mean, it's execution everywhere, but it's even more obvious when you're up high.
No doubt. And Alejandro Kirk, for somebody in the chat, yes, he is a Mexican player. He, I believe, is Tijuana has his rights. There was a
Tijuana.
big conversation about that. That if there's a lot, Mexico City, the Diablos have a lot of, they have the biggest academy in Mexico. So all the guys who like let's like a Julio Urias, the lefty pitcher,
Mm-hmm.
was out of the Diablos Academy. There's, I mean, you could make a huge list, but that's why arguably the team is so good because of the Mexican talent that we have, and you have to have a minimum of 10 Mexicans playing at all times, or on the
On
roster.
the roster.
Excuse me, on the roster, and then you have to have two rookies, two rookie Mexicans on top of it, and so they let you carry 32. So two of them are the rookies, and then the other 30, you get to choose. 10 have to be Mexican, and 20 can be foreign. So we used all 20 foreign spots to be. Oh, there we go. 20. Jeez, that's
Dude,
not
negative
fair. 20 and a half.
20.5 at 85 on this sweeper from Sevy backdoor. This is absurd.
That's not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be skipping
Can I
off the
help
mound
you?
too. No, it's so fascinating because they changed the roster rules, I believe, 2 years ago in Mexico, right? Where they allowed you to have more foreign players, correct?
Yes, they went from 7 to 20. So it really opened up the 4A guys who are out of options, who can't really go up and down. You're getting paid better in the minor league. You're getting paid better in Mexico than you are in the minor leagues if you are like a 4A type player. And I mean, it's a challenge to pitch, and at the same time, you're hitting. They're facing good pitching, So it sometimes in the past we get a bad rap where everybody thinks guys are on the juice, and there's drug testing. You're always accountable. It's an MLB partner league. They share all the
Yeah.
data. It's in a big league stadium too in Mexico City. It's like it's pretty impressive. I didn't really know the full scope of it until I got down there last year and played, and then this summer I was there the whole summer. But
Yeah, I
uh,
know Luke Voigt who played down there, Didi, a couple guys. Obviously, Cano, you play with Robbie.
yep,
It's just fascinating
man,
because I think it's probably probably the third best league in the world now. Um, you know, Japan and then
yeah,
Korea, Mexico, probably right there.
that's that's where the battle is right now. I talked a lot. Dan Straley was on our team, and he spent some time over in Korea right after Brooks Raley, actually, for Lotte, and he was saying that it's a battle between Korea and Mexico right now with all the foreign players. And if you're a pitcher, it's more of a challenge to pitch in Mexico than it is in Korea, just because of the altitude, I think. So, and the balls too. People, it was somebody in the chat that asked about the ball in Mexico compared to
Yeah, do you have a
MLB, and they're.
humidor?
I don't believe so.
No humidor. Wow. Oof.
I never saw one, so those balls are jumping. I still think the MLB ones would jump more because we had it was last summer. The Yankees and Mexico City, the Diablos, had a spring training game, and so there was big league balls still around the stadium. And one day, I think it was, I must have been Cano. He's like, "Let's hit BP with the big league balls," and everybody was going second deck. Like
So
it
the
was,
so the big league balls are more juicy.
yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And so those balls are jumping. And so everybody will hit into the bullpen. It'll be in the first row of the outfield. And then we big league balls one day, and everybody was turned into a superhero going second deck, just mammo shots.
Yeah, it'd be
But
interesting because there's been talk about an expansion team in Mexico. So that would be fascinating. It'd be, it's obviously they had a few games there recently, and you saw the
yeah,
scores. So
and it would be. I mean, so I don't know if it's if you know this or not. The owners of the Diablos also are minority owners of the Padres.
mm,
So I think the perfect vision for them would be if there was an expansion team, they can say, "Hey, look, we got a stadium, we got 22 million people ready to watch. We're right here, but you got to play at 7,500 feet, and if if the game isn't double digit runs, it's a shock.
yeah,
With big league balls and big league hitters, it's going to be
yeah,
because you kind of seen it this year with the way that Tampa and Oakland have played. It's the Caminero is going to hit bombs wherever, but it's like to have the benefit of a spring training ballpark as your home field.
No, totally, totally, I agree. And this year the ballpark factors are interesting. You know, I like to look at them around the league and even in the big leagues. Like the one in where the Athletics are playing is playing almost as good as Coors this year. It's a minor league
Wow.
park, so you know it's just very interesting to see. This was the number one play by catch probability on the day. This Nimmo play that I just pulled up, but no, it's interesting to see how that stuff all matters because you know obviously I played for the Rockies for 7 years, so have a lot of altitude experience, but it was all consistent. It's one
Yeah.
place that's mile high. One then you go back to sea level, mile high, sea level, mile high, sea level. The only other exceptions are Arizona is at like 2,000 or something, and actually Atlanta's over 1,000. But you don't really notice much at 1,000, 2,000. Like if anything, it feels like your pitches kind of move late in a
Yeah.
way. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, other than that, so it's wild to me because I mean I remember talking to some of the other guys too when we were down in Dominican about the Mexican League and just how you know every place is a unique challenge every night with the different altitudes and conditions, hot,
Yep.
heat, everything. Yeah,
Your mound isn't as manicured as you'd like it to be in some places, and when you have to go, if you're the sea level team, you come up to altitude for a week or so. You're not sleeping the same as you are when you're used to being at sea level. So we've seen guys. I mean, it's something you can get through over a series over a week or so. You go on a road trip, but it's not nothing for the recovery aspect of it. So guys are jogging in a little slower from the pen.
yeah.
It's like that's a sick throw from
That
out
was
there.
that was the new top play arm strength assist of the night, Yankiel Fernandez. But
Sheesh.
I used to do this thing in Colorado where I would finish warming up a little earlier than I would on the road, like in sea level, and then I would like just go stand by the gate. And the second the inning ended, I would just make my way to the mound super early, and I wouldn't like sprint or anything. That way, I had a little more time to pace myself and catch my breath and then warm up. So I
Yeah.
used to laugh when I would see road teams like guys sprinting into the mound like normal, and then they'd be gassed by the time they got there. So there's a little bit of
Yep.
like some stuff you have to learn with that stuff.
Without a doubt, and it's not talked about ever. I don't think. I mean, obviously the Rockies aren't in vogue right now with their record, but it's not nothing to go up there. I really tried hard last summer when I got down there. Like, oh yeah, everybody talks about the altitude. I'm not going to make it an excuse or nothing. Like I'm going to be able to beat this. No, it's it's real.
Ooh, this is exciting. We got Roki Sasaki warming up in the bullpen, so we're gonna watch that as soon as he comes out there
What did
because
the final with Cleveland and Detroit go tonight? I didn't get to see it.
5-1. Let's go to the
Cleveland's
highlights
back
because I
up.
didn't really watch any of it on here yet. Let's see if anything. This was the first big blow. George Valera, 2-run homer off Jack
Wow.
Flaherty on
Yeah.
a backdoor breaking ball. Pretty damn good swing there. Jeez.
Wow.
Gets it out by an inch. And I think I saw Let's Fucking Go as he was. Yeah, there's a couple Let's Fucking
Oh
Goes.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's insane to drive that up at center.
that
So
was sick.
weird looking swing. But
Can this site show Mexican League Baseball stats? I don't know. Maybe. And video?
ooh, if you got the research tool, yeah, you can.
I think I might be able to. Let me just, let's
Depending
just.
on if they gave you full access, you'd want to look at my playoff stats because I got clipped over a five.
You pitched game one of the finals series, right?
Yeah, game two. Yeah,
Game two. Nice.
that was one of the best ones that I had of the year. We could just watch the first inning of that. And
You
then
were back to back champions.
Campeones, yeah, El Espanol for you.
Let's see what
I'm
we
gonna
can
be.
find. I mean, this is like you never
I'm
know in
gonna
the
be
MLB
pumped if
research
this is
tool.
out here. We can. Oh, there's winter at least. There. Wait a minute.
Well, let me just see. So this is from last winter. This is awesome. This is
Nice.
so cool. Let's see here. Minor league baseball in general. That
Do
might count.
they give you international? Was that one of the options?
Yeah, they did.
Maybe
International
that'll.
baseball.
Maybe
Damn.
that.
Hold on.
That's.
Hold
I
on.
wonder why that wouldn't pop. But
Let's see minors. Nope, that's still previous to 2021. Hold on, we got more tabs here. You never know. I need this thing.
interesting. I didn't. The research tool. It's all in what.
Would it be called an independent league? Ah, independent league.
Oh,
Now
come
we
on,
go.
come
Now we
on,
go game log.
come on.
So is 8-6-25? No, that was your last start. That's what ballooned your ERA a little bit, right?
Yeah, man. One of the guys
Oh,
that gave
wait,
up a
wait, wait,
homer
wait.
that game, 91 off the bat, went
Playoffs.
420 feet the other way.
So Jalisco is who you guys played.
Yeah, Guadalajara.
This is sick. Let me see if I can find this.
Dang, dude, this is cool. I didn't know you could do this.
Play by play. Pitcher.
First inning, I had
Oh, Jimmy Yacobonis.
Yak is the
Jimmy Yak.
We had a squad this year and last year.
So Josh Wensley, Fargus, ex-Met and Cub.
Yeah.
Let's see if the video populates. This is kind of dope. We are deep in here.
This was gonna be
video unavailable. Damn it.
Dang. I could get you. Man, it's gonna be a different app, but
it was cool that it even came up though. Like it has all the information, which is kind of dope.
I'm shocked. I guess when you see MLB Partner League, it's up there. That's pretty sick though.
Yeah. All right, so Dodgers still 3-1. Shit, that sucks. That would have been really cool to watch.
That would have been fun.
A's just got a second run. I think we just saw that actually off Hunter Brown. Sasaki's coming in for the Dodgers. Roki coming in for Dodgers. This is what everybody wants to see. They want to see this guy.
I want to see
Jose
Pirela in the chat, Mets legend. The names that are in the Mexican League.
Oh, man. Yeah, 100%. Jose Pirela was a Yankee, too. Yeah.
Yep, we could go crazy with that. Our team is a super team in Mexico City.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a fan of a Mexican baseball team, choose the Diablos. We're going to win again. If I go back again, we're going again.
Did Cano have another epic year?
Yes. he only hit 385 this year. Only. Mostly DH though. Didn't really
wait. Let me go back to that because people are dropping names in the chat, and now I might have some names I need to see here.
We got names.
All right, let me go to what do I need?
Mitch Duggins has got it in Synergy. Yeah, you do. You can watch me punch some tickets on there.
So just right here, Donnie Sands, Willie Calhoun. Just went. I can't say his name, but Fargus.
Yeah.
Josh Fuentes, that's Nolan Arenado's cousin.
We got Pat Mazeika on our team too. Another Mets legend.
Portal Pat.
You know Portal Pat.
Everybody knows Portal Pat. Delois Guerra, Jimmy Yacobonis, JC Mejia. I mean, dude, I know all these names. This is awesome.
Yep, man, what a time! That was so much fun. I gotta send you some clips on the side of the. We got a nice locker room celebration, and it was a good time.
Quote: Willie Calhoun bangs Aaron Boone. Dude, Willie Calhoun and Alex Verdugo are like best friends. So anyway, that's just a note. Here's Roki Sasaki, first batter. We don't have broadcast yet, but he starts it off with a 99 mile an hour hovercraft heater at the knees, and then a split off that.
Well, that is like a knuckleball.
Yeah, knuckleball, basically.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude, what is this? 782 RPM, 87.3, negative 0.6, negative 0.8. So full gyro ball.
Now, I tell you what about altitude and gyro. If you want to succeed at altitude, it's got to be with gyro movement. Gyro spin. If you're relying on seam shift to do anything for it, it doesn't exist at 7,500 feet. So gyro is the king for movement up there. Won't be affected by the altitude. If anything, it'll pull the vert down even more. So
all right, here's second at bat, 99 heater. 86 split. This one has run to it. I think these pitches are a little bit unpredictable that have the low spin rate with the heavy gyro effect. Sometimes you just kick the axis just a touch and they run. Sometimes they stay straight. Sometimes they cut.
Yeah, I think he's shooting for the middle there and just seeing what it'll do. Has like
100%.
a little
And then,
like a triangle type. If it's anywhere in that
how does he get
type.
a swing on this location? This would be funny to watch on the broadcast cam, but eats him up there and then split off that. Makes sense.
Do you think he can maintain this velo as a starter? Back with the way he was doing it in Japan?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Hard to say.
He's got a lot moving with that delivery, but he's repeating it.
I just thought he was a deer in the headlights at the beginning of the season. I love his stuff. I mean, it's, especially the fastball split, especially the split. The split is super weird.
Yeah, nobody's throwing that.
So I love the split. It's a unique pitch. Obviously, he throws cheese. He's got huge extension. He's got a lot to learn. He's super raw, and I'm sure he'll learn a lot. And it's great to be around Yamamoto and Shohei, obviously, among others. But
Totally.
I just thought he was a deer in the headlights at the beginning of the season, and then I don't know. After playing with Senga for a while, I can see how sometimes this is definitely a generalization, and I don't mean it to be one, but it's just like some guys, and it seems to be in the culture in Japan a little bit to just you're almost so dedicated that you overthink everything just a little bit, especially on the technique side of things. And okay, so he punches out Ildemaro Vargas as well. First pitch ball there at a hundy. I mean, listen, who knows if anybody can maintain this type of velo? That's why you just have to wait and see. But for the purpose of what the Dodgers need this season, if this guy can come out and throw strikes and strike guys out and be generally nasty, that would be huge. This was filthy.
My goodness.
Negative 3.2 and 11.8. So you see, this pitch has a little bit of a mind of its own, which could make it a little bit hard to probably locate. Wow. But I agree, it's a similar effect to Jonah Tong in a way, right? It's a similar pitch.
Yeah. Less
RPM. More extension, more velo, but not by much. Actually, less ride. We don't. I clicked the button too fast. We don't even have the video of the last pitch. So let's see if we can get it now. Yeah, we can get this pitch. This is the strikeout, and he just blows his doors off down. So
I mean, that's a full speed down too. It'll go from 100 down to 86 with it moving like any type of way.
I'm gonna stay here for a minute and wait for it to go on the broadcast so we can get a better look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So let's watch the whole inning on the broadcast here.
Yeah.
I love that first pitch strike down. Love it. Split off of it, and it's important when you have a split to throw fastballs down in the zone.
Oh, nice play.
Really nice play by Muntz. McCann can't really run anymore, but really good play. Also,
funky though.
Funky split for real. Very weird pitch. Also, though, utilizes the bounce throw. Great job. And then let's watch this one right here. I mean, I will say, it's a lot going on in the delivery. I think he probably makes it more efficient over time. But it's fucking cool to look at, man.
100%.
It's got aura, man. That's what the kids would say. I like it.
Yeah. You're letting the chat creep in.
Yeah. Another heater. I mean, so that's the one that chases him in.
Has that got run on it, or is that just in?
It's got 15, so it's got some level of run. It's not crazy, but it's got run.
Yeah. I was just thinking maybe it was mistagged. If he throws both a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer,
I gotta find out what his arm angle is. It looks pretty high, so this has a little bit of that downward effect. Effect. Are we counting F-bombs, Spectre?
We're after dark
split here.
This is.
Yeah, we're after dark. We do what we want. All right, so that's not a strike, but
streamer moment. Man, you got a good chat. This is fun. Anytime you want me back, I'm here. This is sweet.
And then Ildemaro Vargas.
I'm going to need that, sir.
I need that, sir. Sasaki is smiling. I repeat, Sasaki is smiling. I love the updates. Dude, this pitch, this is a knuckleball. What is this?
Yeah, what in the world? I was like, is that a slider? Nope.
And then this one's the filthy one. Yeah, bottle that one up, sir.
My goodness. And when you're like, oh, he just threw a bad split, I'm getting 100. Nope, you're not.
I love that he went 2-1 split. That shows me a level of feel that I didn't know if he had. I love that. Yeah, and then he immediately does
we gotta go for 3, but yeah.
Yeah, but then you got to get 100 after that, so.
Oh, what kind of swing?
No, yeah, I was gonna say, nice swing, dude.
Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You look like me at the plate. This is how I would swing at this.
You got career ABs in the show?
Yeah, we looked at them last night. I got 2 hits. I got a lot of strikeouts. We showed them off.
2 hits, though.
We showed them off recently. Yeah, I got 2 hits. I'm proud of my 2 hits. I'm not a good hitter though. All right, with the low RPM, how do you have consistency? Any thoughts on that? I don't think you can have the same level of consistency. I think this pitch has got a little bit of a mind of its own.
I think the same. I think there's an area where if you have a consistent, like he's going to be between 600 and 800 spin on that. I think he's got enough of a feel to know the area code where that's going to be. If it was like 1800 down to 600, like he's in the same area of spin at least where he's probably got an idea. But if it's like an MLB The Show, like the bubble is definitely bigger for the location of where this pitch could be compared to like a fastball gets narrowed down a little bit more.
This is where his movement plot was in his early stint in the big leagues this year. I'm about to switch it over to the main screen so you can see it. And you can see the split there. It's kind of all over the place. It's on both sides of the vertical line there. It's these turquoise dots. So sometimes it cuts, sometimes it runs, sometimes it has just a touch of lift at 0 or 1 vert, but most of the time it's super low vert, like -6, -7. That's really great, obviously. But I just think, yes, I think this is a hard pitch to command given its movement profile being so inconsistent.
I 100% agree. You think he's got the super stretchy fingers like a Kodai Senga? That's why he can...
It wouldn't surprise me if he's been training his fingers a long time to do this. Also, an interesting thing is 44-degree arm angle, so it is fairly high, creating a little bit of a downward plane. Now, when I looked at, I don't know if you've seen the rookie on the Blue Jays, Trey Savage pitch yet. He's got the highest release in the game, short stride, throws straight downhill, has a really cool effect. This isn't like that, but it has a little bit of a downward effect, and that's what you see, I think, a little bit on that angle of that fastball, protecting the angle of the split.
Yep.
This is my number one question with him. Will he throw strikes with his fastball, and will he find a way to throw strikes with the split? Other than that, I don't have that many questions about his stuff. I don't care that it's 3 pitches. It's fine. I just... 2 things. That, like, can he control those 2 pitches in the zone? And then number 2, will he get rattled? Because this was a 1-2-3 inning, so we have to see him when it gets hairy a little bit again.
Yeah, a little hostile environment too. Going over to Philly, imagine that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the playoffs gets crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. You think we could get maybe a quick Google search for a splitter grip on here?
For Sasaki?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. Roki. Well, here's one.
Yep. Wow.
So he's very, very split on that. So that's just slipping out. It's just slipping out. Yeah. That's why it's so hard to predict, but that's also what makes it so nasty, is you're killing the RPM because the ball's just slipping out.
Yep. That's impressive.
I tried to throw this at one point back in the day. No feel. 0 feel for it. Don't like it. Couldn't trust it.
It's hard to command, honestly.
See, here's Senga's. Okay. Senga hooks the seam at least. But when I watch Kodai throw, there's an element of him.
He's moving it. Yeah.
He turns it this way.
It's like the pointer finger goes straight down at the end to push it even more. He's like pronated on it. We have a Japanese player on our Diablos team, Tomohiro and Raku. He honestly should be in the big leagues. He said Senga is like really trying to get over and turn it, and
he throws them at like 50% effort in catch play sometimes, and it's really weird to watch. Like he kind of like lobs them in, and like you saw how he's hooking the seam here, and then he kind of comes in and he kind of just like turns it in with the finger to create that reverse gyro, and kind of just, I don't know.
And his fingers too, because in 23 I was watching Edgertronic videos in spring training, because that's what the Mets wanted me to do in 23 was get a changeup that has less than 10 vert.
Yep. Well, they didn't have the kick change yet.
No, so I'm a candidate for that. I need somebody to teach it to me, because I can get it to, it sometimes does what it's supposed to do. But the Senga thing, his fingers just go insanely wide. Like I'm doing it half decent, but he's on another level.
I think you have to train it. I mean, I never had the patience to do it. Which is surprising. You would have thought with my level of baseball obsession that I would have just like walked around college all day with my fingers jammed in a ball, but I never did that. This is the grip for the kick change. Normal two-seam grip, and you just spike the middle finger.
So, are you going fastball, like more fastball mindset, or are you still trying to?
It's just fastball mindset. It's fastball mindset with the cue of have the middle finger touch the ball last. So you're just kind of like keeping it glued to the ball, so it kind of extends out on release, and that kicks the axis a little more and creates more drop. For me, I was throwing them at Cressy's place in Florida when I was still trying to play this year. I was throwing them at like -5 IVB.
Whoa.
So it's there. It's just like it's a weird pitch at first because you just don't know what it's going to do. You don't have any reference point yet, but once you get it, it's pretty nasty.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a go because there's somebody in the big leagues, Davis Martin. He throws very, very similar to me, and he's got a kick change, and it's disgusting. And I think because when I screwed around with it a little bit, I was thinking maybe too much like a changeup, where I was trying to turn it a little bit, like get to the inside of it and like have the spike and still like throw it like a changeup, and it wasn't doing it. So throwing it like a fastball, trying to have the middle finger on it last. That's the first time I'd ever heard of it, because I was thinking it was to kick it so that the ring finger has more to influence it, but I'm gonna get to give it a go.
It's just they had me throwing it down there, and honestly at first I didn't like the grip, but then I started getting more used to doing it, and then it wasn't that bad, and it just feels kind of weird. Now some people do what they think happens is, and this might actually happen to some guys in slow motion, as it kicks, this ring finger is still left and it shoots it. But the idea is not to go 3 o'clock. The idea is to go beyond 3 o'clock on this one, So it's a little weird, but I don't know. Really cool pitch. Everybody seems to throw it. The Red Sox are teaching it to everybody. All their dudes throw it now. All their rookies, so it's kind of wild.
It doesn't have to be a huge spike, right? It's just kind of whatever's comfortable, or you can play around with how much you spike it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's a feel for everybody. Somebody asked what the signature on this ball is. I don't actually know. I think it might be Jesse Orosco. Was he number 47 for the Mets? Somebody check up on that. I don't know. So I remember me and Jake Diekman were trying to get Jesse Orosco's autographs at one of the alumni days because we were like, this guy's the GOAT. He like has the all-time record for most games pitched, which is like, for a reliever, it's like sick. People are talking a little bit about Senga. See, this is what I was talking about with Senga a little bit too. He's just very mechanically over mechanically obsessed. From my perspective, I think his stuff was actually kind of tops on the Mets, to be honest. But just at times, just a little bit too much in his head mechanically. It's a hard place to be on the mound. Oh, so number 47 was Jesse Orosco, and this is what I was going to talk about real quick. I was going to show you guys for a second, and I'm sorry I have to do it this way because this is the only way I know how to do it. But if you go to like leaderboards career, there he is, number 1, Jesse Orosco. 1,252 appearances.
My goodness.
And I remember when I shook his hand and I said, "Hey man, you're my GOAT. I need you to sign my ball. And honestly, does your arm still work?" And he's like, "Oh, it's not bad. It actually feels pretty good." I'm like, "Are you gotta be kidding me? 1,252 games?
Over 24 years. My goodness.
Yeah. So these are all the legends to me. It's the 16 guys who have thrown 1,000 games in the big leagues. Very, very cool. Very, very cool thing.
Is there anybody active who's in the area?
Kenley.
Scroll.
Kenley is tied for 23rd at 931.
All right.
And then the next best, I believe, is like D Rob. Yeah, D Rob, 879. Chapman, 862. Kimbrel, 850. My goal originally when I started seeing this was to get over 800. Because if you get over 800, you're pretty close to the top 50 all time. But,
Yep.
I hit a brick wall in the 700s. I got to 727. So, but
You're in the top 100 right now, though.
1,000's dope, but they just don't people just don't play 20 years anymore, 18 years or whatever. So he's a legend.
Yep. That's amazing.
Thought we would hit that really quick. So who are they saying is coming in? Vesia. All right. Well, let's look at the data.
In the chat, quick question. I Noah. I do know Mike. Train with him through NBA. I just wanted to give you a little shout out there. Yeah, I got you.
Perfect. Mike. I love that. All right, let's just look at the data real quick on Snell. 49 fastballs, 24 changeups, 14 sliders, only 8 curveballs. So he's been dominating with curveballs, but I love the fact that the changeup poked its head back out as the number 2 pitch for him. I actually think this is the adjustment that has taken him to another level. His changeup has become unbelievable the last few years for Snell.
Wow.
He ends up rolling through the Diamondbacks probably without his best stuff. And then Sasaki, this is what everybody wanted to see. He was averaging 96 on the velo at the beginning of the year. Tonight averaged 99.2. That's 3.2 miles an hour up. So that's fantastic.
Exactly what you want to see if you're the Dodgers. 1 inning, come out there and throw some noise.
Exactly. And it looks like Houston's going to lose this game. Athletics are now up 4-0. I'll head over there for a second, and then I think we're going to wrap the stream up pretty soon because it's getting late. Very late. Yeah. Thanks for you for hanging with me. I know it's late. You're not probably used to this, but
I'm still on baseball schedule. So this is
all right,
and
good.
Mexico City's 2 hours behind. So I'm all good. I just want to get a look at the standings before we wrap it all the way up.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Before we call it a night.
All right, so we had a big hit here. Shea Langoliers. Sinker. This guy's such a good hitter.
Yep.
Probably the second best hitting catcher after Cal Raleigh this year. Little oppo double on a sinker. Always a good approach on the right sinker. If you can do it, shoot it hard the other way. A lot of hits over there.
You think Hunter Brown, with his usage, throws enough sinkers to get out? Like the guys get a different look of his four seams got ride too. I mean, is he just using the sinker as like a different look type of thing?
He's reading it. He's reading it. Bregman taught him how to do this. Bregman was actually calling his pitches from third base last year.
What?
Yeah, and kind of taught him how to use both fastballs. Guys were keying in too much on his four seam. Learned how to use the sinker, and I'm pretty sure that he's just reading things now and has a really good feel because Hunter Brown's had a hell of a year. Here's a Langoliers home run that just happened. How hard he hit that? 108, so ball's clobbered anywhere. Oh, Raleigh just hit number 60, so good thing we're still on the stream. Wow. Let's go to that. Man, leave it to the Rockies. All right, Mariners and Rock Shot.
Oh, Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh at 60 freaking home runs.
That's my MVP right there.
It's 60. A first pitch heater off of Chivili. Well, this is a terrible angle. Crowd's on their feet, and he does not let them down. Let's see. Check it beforehand. Comes in at 98, goes out at 108.
Shoot.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So sick.
Down and in. He's going to clip that on a fastball.
Dude, how does he hit these balls below the zone, man?
Man.
He's making a real push for this MVP.
Give it to him.
Mariner Moose loves it.
Give it to him.
Check out my guy right here. The Mariner Moose.
Yep. Man, that's such a cool look.
Wonder where this went. We don't have the broadcast cam, so. Right fielder didn't even move.
Not throw it there. Crush though. He's a beast.
Let's not forget too, like that's the best pitcher's park in the league that he's doing this in. So Pretty incredible stuff.
I didn't even realize that. Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's held up this year. That'd be a fun thing to check really quick.
And he's got right-handed home runs that put him in the top, 15 in the. I mean, he's an animal.
Yeah, look at that. Over the last 3 years, T-Mobile Park is 28th best park to hit in the big leagues. If we just do this year, we take off the rolling 3 years. It is still the worst. Still the worst. And yet he has 60 dingers.
Come on, that's my MVP right there. Come on.
It's kind of amazing that he can elevate those
play
balls below
more
the zone.
in the middle that I was kind of surprised.
I mean, that's amazing.
Wow. And we got it on the stream too. 2 of them tonight. That's awesome.
Maybe we can get the broadcast view. I really want to get the broadcast view before we say goodnight. So let me go over to the probables. Oh wait, what did you want? Was there one more thing you wanted to see?
I just want to see some standings. Once, see where we're.
Oh yeah. Okay, got you.
If there's enough games going final, what it'll look like going into tomorrow.
All right. So first, we'll do the regular season. So these two teams are now. This is not right. Yep, now it is. These two teams are tied. Red Sox are 3 back, 4 to play. I think the Blue Jays have the tiebreaker. I've been saying that, so I hope that's right. Cleveland now 1 game up on Detroit. They've completely flipped the script. And what's wild is they still have a negative run differential.
Wow, their run that they're on is unbelievable. Because I think the way it shakes out, whoever wins that division is in, because the wild card is going to be
we'll get to the wild card in a minute. Those teams are still in it, but it's tight. Then on the other side, Mariners are about to clinch the division tonight, so that's over. National League
hits 2 and clinch the division in one night. I mean,
yep. East is over, Central's over, West almost over once the Dodgers win like 2 more games, but it's close. And then wild card, this is where it's really spicy. So you have 3 teams for 2 spots. Red Sox, who are now a little bit clear, 2 games clear. And then Detroit, the combination of Detroit, Cleveland, and then Houston. One of those 3 teams will not make it.
Boy, Houston really needs that game tonight.
And they're losing that. So they're going to drop back to a full game back behind Detroit, coming in with 4 games left. And then in the National League, Mets lose. Diamondbacks are losing right now. Reds already lost. So that might stay status quo. Mets with the 1 game lead with 4 to play. So we'll see if Arizona maybe could come back. I mean, I might have spoke too soon with the absolute sieve that the Dodger bullpen has been lately. But it's 4-1 in the 8th. Feel pretty good about that. We'll see. So Mariners are going to clinch tonight, it looks like. That's awesome for them. They haven't clinched a division since 2001. Very, very cool. And the Dodgers have a shot to get 1 game closer. I think their magic number is probably at 3, facing the Padres. So good baseball. Houston getting shut out. Yeah, knock on wood, Adam. You're right. Barring a comeback, Houston will drop a little bit in the standings, and so will the Diamondbacks will remain status quo, but that's all barring a comeback. I am knocking on wood. I'm sorry for all your Met fans out there. All right, let's see what we got. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got tomorrow for the probables, because this is another big day of baseball. We got some day games in here. Ashcraft and Lodolo, huge game obviously for the Reds, facing the Pirates. So we'll see how that goes. 12:40 a.m. So early action in that game. Rays, Orioles, Rasmussen, Cade Povich. This game means nothing. Twins, Rangers. Also, this game means nothing. But Bailey Ober, the Giant, versus Tyler Mahle. He's back healthy. That's good. Astros, A's. TBA for the Astros. Interesting. And JT Ginn for the A's. So the Astros are going to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah, got to pull out all the stops.
And then we got a good matchup here. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Zach Gallen. Gallen's been much better in the second half. Yamamoto's been arguably the best pitcher in baseball the last month, so this will be good. Marlins, Phillies, Junk, and new Philly Walker Buehler getting a start here, so he's trying to gear up to see if he's going to be on that playoff roster. Here we go. Tigers, Cleveland. Tigers are a TBA. And now they've lost 7 in a row, maybe even 8 in a row. And Parker Messick's been sneaky good for the Guardians. So the Guardians have a chance to step on Detroit and leave them in the dust tomorrow. White Sox, Yankees. Yankees going for the sweep. They send Rodon. He's been awesome. He's been really good lately, really consistent. I think it's 5 or 6 straight games, 2 runs or fewer. Davis Martin, is this the guy you were talking about from the White
That's the
Sox?
guy I was talking about. White Sox kick change. Might even be a kick change in the grip there.
So Bizarro, Justin Courtney's on the mound for the White Sox.
Yeah,
And then
right.
Red Sox, Blue Jays. Looks like it's a bullpen day for the Jays. Varland on the mound and Brian Bayo going for the Sox. Sox looking to cement themselves in playoff position, and the Blue Jays are in danger of pissing away the division.
Boy, that's going to be a good day of baseball.
And then tomorrow, the Mets send their freaking ace, Nolan McLean, to the mound in biggest game of the year once again.
You said it. You said that word.
And Shota Imanaga. This should be a great game at Wrigley. Huge ball game here. So we'll see if Nolan McLean can keep doing it. Royals, Angels. This game means nothing. Lorenzen and Ferris.
Lorenzen's my guy.
Yeah, bicep man. Good dude. And then Rockies, Mariners. So Mariners are probably going to be drunk and hungover because they're going to clinch tonight.
I was just about to say the party is going to start here in Seattle before too long. Oh, I see you with the Toro shirt too. Come on.
Yeah, I had to wear the Toro shirt to represent, a little Dominican League baseball. So now the chat though is saying that the Dodgers bullpen is doing their thing, so we got to go check really quick.
Oh no. So if Arizona wins, that puts them.
If Arizona were to win, they would be tied with the Mets.
Yeah, boy.
So we got a Ketel Marte hit. He's actually a better hitter from the right side, which is incredible.
I'm going to be in San Diego this weekend. Me and Michaela got some wedding venues to check out, and might have to sneak in a Padres game if the D-backs are going to be in it. Just a little side.
That place is electric, Petco. So
yeah.
All right, so Vesia's got 2 guys on.
Well, he was in there last night too. He's probably the one guy that Dave Roberts feels really comfortable with right now.
Man, Noah, you're killing me. I forgot to watch DeGrom. DeGrom pitched well tonight. I'm not going to watch it, but I'll at least go check the stats.
Now
I totally forgot.
You can catch him in the morning though, if you're.
I'm not doing. Yeah, I can. I gotta be up in like 6 hours, so I gotta wrap this up. But let me just see what his final line was.
A little baseball after dark though. You'll be able to catch McLean tomorrow night.
Baseball after dark's happening tomorrow, so we'll be back. Or I'll be back for a show. DeGrom, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Finishes with a 2.97. Outstanding. Another year under 3 for him. Super happy for my guy. It's awesome. It sucks that the Rangers didn't make it in the playoffs this year. It sucks they had so many injuries. Crazy stuff happened, but
They'll be around. They'll be around next year, that's for sure.
Corbin Carroll doubles.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Dodgers. How are we feeling out there? Are we are the heart palpitating a little bit?
A little.
Just the high home. I don't know. When Corbin Carroll.
They got some people out there at Chase Field. They're starting to get awake out there.
Obviously, he's a lot more of a human and less of a teddy bear, but he reminds me of an Ewok from Star Wars. And every time he hits the ball, I can hear him saying, "Whatcha!"
We are after dark. I never thought I was going to hear. That's a good one.
Anyway, he whatcha'd the shit out of that. So, second and third.
100-something off the bat, I'm sure.
Fuck me, man. Second and third now. What's the score? Oh, Enriquez is coming in. I'm going to get off the stream before I'm here all night.
Yeah, we could watch this game all night.
All right. Thanks, guys, in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thanks to Justin for hanging tonight. This was awesome. We'll do it again. I'm gonna put the photo up, and we're gonna call it on the stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Baseball and coffee. No, baseball after dark tomorrow night. Be there, be square. All right. Thanks a lot. See you, fellas. Later. See everybody in the chat. Bye bye.